gold mine. Stay tuned in, stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in, stay tuned.
Never get tired of that intro. So clean, so fresh, so clean. Shout out AZ's plug, whoever you are. I don't know your name. But when we get to the Oscars and we get nominated for Best Podcast, we're going to put you in the IMDb credit. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Cinestro Corps, the furious, fantastic world of the Cinestro Corps. We are talking about Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, now playing in theaters. And we were split down the middle on this movie in the group. The others can't be here tonight, so they're not going to be able to defend themselves. So it's basically going to be Gerardo and I attacking this film in ways that has never been shitted on before. So let's start from the top. Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, is a prequel to the Mad Max
sequel
to the
original Mad Max trilogy.
Mm-hmm. And mind you, I'm not a Mad Max knower. But I'd like to imagine that that Fury Road was just a banger compared to this. I know that the old I don't acknowledge the OG Mad Max movies because it has that one racist fuck in it. But excuse my language, I'm hot today. Just watching the footage of Fury Road at the very end of Furiosa was the best part of the whole movie. The whole movie was just, oh my god, dude.
That's really harsh, but also kind of true. And it makes me sad to say it.
Mm-hmm. So let's start from the top, man. Storyline wise, it was. Let's go with what we liked. Let's start with what we liked. I want to give this film some pointers, some greats. So what did we like in this movie?
You want to go? You want me to go?
You go first. You go ahead.
I'll go first. I'll start off the bat with Anya Taylor-Joy. I think she was great. I think she did really good with what they gave her, which was not a lot. It was a lot of her like voguing with like shit blowing up around her. But I thought she was good. I think she's a good stand-in for Charlize Theron as Furiosa.
I think I like how they sound almost similar. When she was talking, she gave me that. She reminded me of Charlize.
That gravitas.
Mm-hmm. She got that voice.
But yeah, in terms of like other characters, not much.
Yeah.
I don't know, who's a character you liked.
Well, definitely. What's it called? Definitely. ATJ, Anya Taylor-Joy. And the dude who played Pretorian. This is my other ATJ. I have two ATJs, but this is my female ATJ. What's it called? Chris Hemsworth. He played a very believable mad god, mad king. But Praetorian Jack, he was just so fucking cool, bro. He was just so cool.
He was cool.
He was a one-dimensional character, but he was still cool.
Yeah, we all knew he was gonna fucking die. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah,
because she doesn't have a boyfriend in the fucking Fury Road. But I don't know. I don't know if I fucked with him like you did.
I just thought he was kind of hard, you know. He came in there doing some badass shit, driving that big ass semi truck.
Getting
shout out all the. He got his CDL and said, "Let's fuck shit up." Like that's crazy. I admire the vision, you know. So shout out Praetorian Jack, but that's all I got. I have nothing else to say, nothing beneficial to say for the rest of this movie because when we get into what we disliked, I'm going.
Man, I think we're gonna have a lot more to talk about.
I do. I agree. So speaking of, what did we dislike for this movie? Would you want to go first on that one?
Fuck it, yeah. The story, I think, is what I can start off with. It's just, I think it spans too much. The movie feels bloated. Like I never like when anyone. I've said this before. When anyone but Quentin Tarantino does chapters in a movie, I fucking hate it. It's never as good. And this movie immediately started off with Just like,
chapter.
okay, we see this black and white fucking fade a couple of years. We don't know how we get there. We don't know why this is happening. It's just years pass, years pass, years pass. And I feel like I should have expected that, but I didn't for whatever reason. And I was just really annoyed with it. It just felt bloated and like it was trying to just fit too much into the story.
No, I agree 100% because I saw the runtime and I sighed whenever I see a movie that is past 2 hours and it's not an Avengers movie. And this is not because I'm locked in on Avengers movies. It's just I'm
Yeah.
willing to sit down for that since we've invested 10, 15 years into that damn franchise. But it's
Mhm.
any other movie I'm like either it's going to be really good or it's going to make me hate myself for 2 hours.
Yeah,
And
either
this
you're
movie
not
made
gonna
me
feel it at all, or you're gonna
Mhm.
feel it way too fucking much.
Let me rephrase. We watched Oppenheimer. I've watched Oppenheimer multiple times. That's a 3 hour movie. It's good for all 3 hours.
Mhm.
I liked Oppenheimer. I watched this and I was looking at my watch every 5 minutes. When I saw chapter one, I groaned. Luckily, it was only me and two other people in the theater because I saw this shit at 9 a.m. But I was like,
Damn,
I was like, ah! I threw my hands up like, God,
like a
you know,
toddler exclaiming.
yeah. I was like, ah, fuck. Threw my hands up, knocked my popcorn over on accident because I was so frustrated. Had to pick that shit up. I was mad. That beer I was drinking just went flat because that shit was so long.
Hell yeah,
Stay
9
last
a.m.
movie,
beer.
2 hour and it was good. You got to wake up, start the day strong. 2 hour and what like 40 minute movie,
I
something like
think it
that,
was, yeah, like
or
2:30,
28 minutes,
2:40.
something. It was close to 2.5 hours.
Too
Um,
long.
and it was just all. It felt like the first three chapters were just basically all exposition. You
Mhm.
kind of already know what's going on from the first chapter alone. Furiosa, little ass kid doing some bad kid shit, trying to get a fruit. She was probably told not to stray off, and she said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get this peach because I'm hungry." And she was
Mhm.
getting the peach, and the freaking Jawa biker gang came and got her, and they kidnapped her shit. You know what I'm saying? The Jawas from
Uh,
goddamn Star Wars, they
yeah,
kidnapped her, and she got abducted. P Diddy P Diddy got her
allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Drake got her allegedly.
No, yeah,
Um,
he definitely did. Not allegedly.
so they took her off to Sandland, wherever Biker Moses was hanging out,
Hmm.
and from there we get our baseline. This is her now new enemy, her captor, and I'm
Hmm.
like, this is a very cut and dry story. I
Yeah,
don't know why it took 2.5 hours to tell a revenge story. I
it
feel like
is
they
a
could have done
really
a lot more.
long-winded revenge story.
Hmm.
Which
And for
again,
most of it,
this
she's
isn't
a
Quentin
captive.
Tarantino, bro. This isn't The Bride. Like it's
Yeah,
fucking Furiosa.
she's a captive for most of the first what three freaking
Yeah, a couple chapters.
chapters.
I can't even
I was like,
remember how many chapters there are. That's how like inconsequential they seem to me.
it's like six.
Is it? So half the movie essentially she's just the kid
Mm-hmm.
who's captured,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden she's Anya Taylor Joy.
Yeah. That kid probably had more screen time than
It equals screen time to Anya, which I mean, great career move for her, right? But
mm-hmm. And like they told kind of the same things over and over again. Um her mom came to rescue her. She
mhm,
got basically crucified in front of her. And like from there, it was like, okay, I'm gonna have vengeance on Dementis. I'm gonna have vengeance on Dementis. I'm trying to get back to the Green Place. Every chapter was, I'm trying to get back to the Green Place.
mhm.
She ain't never gonna get back to that damn Green Place. We know this. So why waste the whole movie on this story?
I mean,
The
yeah,
you know,
it is a little pointless to tell a story about someone like a character that we already know where they end up, and they make
hmm
their own green place or whatever. It is. It was weird to me when I found out they were making a Furiosa movie because I just thought like we had seen enough of her, and I was glad that we were getting because I was like, okay, cool, she's a cool character. We'll see what they do, and I feel like they goofed it a bit.
Yeah. Also, there was a weird ass scene where what's it called? Rectus. They had them two characters that were like
Yeah,
scrotum,
Rictus.
yeah, erectus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, bro. How you got to name a guy whose name is Dick Erect and Scrotum? That's fucking crazy.
What do you mean?
Um,
That was probably the best. Those were my favorite characters of the movie.
uh, nah, they what's it called? They were one of what's his name? Rectus was trying to get freaky with a literal child. I was like,
Yeah, he was on some Drake shit. He was
that
trying
was
to
some allegedly, you know,
allegedly Drake shit.
that's crazy. He was that just made me feel so weird. And she escaped and took off and
Yeah.
decided to be a mute boy for the rest of the film. So this kid had like 10 words in the first like hour of the movie. Then she was
Yeah.
mute for the rest of it. And I was like, come on, man. Come on. We're wasting future talent. You know, she could be good and you making her be silent. But
Mhm.
what's it called? And then that the warlord leader of the Citadel looked like an evil Darth Vader / Bane. Immortan
Oh,
Joe.
who Morton Joe? I like Morton
Yeah.
Joe. I feel like we didn't get a lot of him, which I thought we were gonna get more of him.
Mm-mm. We had him
Yeah.
for a little bit in the beginning, a little bit here and there in the middle, and a little bit at the end.
Yeah, we got a lot of fucking. I think we got more of Scrotus and Erectus than
Mm-hmm.
fucking Morton Joe. Which,
Scrotum and erection, fucking
yeah,
crazy.
dick and balls, if you will.
Dick and balls.
Yeah, as we call them here.
I like how there was a brief, what's it called? Cameo of Mad Max.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Max was in the movie for 3
For like
seconds.
3 seconds, standing on that cliffside. And I was like,
He
this is
saved
cool. At least
Furiosa.
they're like, we're gonna make sure you know this is a Mad Max movie,
Yeah, just so you remember,
just in case
in
you
case the big
were
ass
unaware.
cars and the truck fights didn't do it.
I
So he's
will
still
say
out
that
there.
I did like that.
The
The truck
stunts,
fight scene was kind of
yeah.
cool. That was badass. That should look like something out of Fortnite. That big ass war rig, bro was driving an Optimus Prime semi truck with
No, your
basically all
brain
types of
broken, dude.
armaments, bro. I was like, all right, cool. Shout out design team. I wonder if they actually did practical effects on that shit. Got a big
That
old
was
Peterbilt.
that was another thing I didn't like about the movie. The effects were not as good this time around, right?
Mhm.
Did we agree on that?
I agree. I agree that they weren't good, and it felt weird how the movie was shot. You know, it felt like choppy, like the
Mm.
camera style. Oh, maybe that was just me. Maybe it was because I hadn't slept and I went to watch this movie. The
It was
power
because
was
you
out, by
hadn't
the way.
slept and you drank a beer immediately in the morning.
That's how you
But
gotta wake up. You gotta crack that morning. You gotta turn
you gotta
up.
crack that bitch open.
Yeah, just slam it. Get right to it. But nah, that it felt weird how the movie was
Mm.
shot. It felt weird how the effects were kind of weird. It felt like a step above a Zack Snyder movie, but like a step below everything else. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, definitely a step below what's come before in terms
Mm-hmm.
of
Oh
quality,
yeah.
in my opinion. I just
Mm-hmm.
I watched Fury Road like an hour before. I finished it an hour before I went to watch this one. I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be these cats are gonna cook. And I was like, damn, George Miller might need to go into old people's home because this wasn't it. Love you, George, but you need to find yourself a Dave Filoni and have him do the work because that was crazy.
So this ain't it, brother.
Yeah, I mean the drop off is crazy for what? How long has it been? Like 8, 9 years since Fury Road?
Oh shoot, when did Fury Road come out?
It was like 15 or 14.
2015. Yeah, 2015.
So
So it's
9 years.
been a little minute.
It's been the
9
work for
and
9 years, and it's probably gonna flop. The reviews are mixed at best,
mhm.
and I'm kind of pressed about that because I'm like, why is this not a hit? Why
It
wasn't this
should have
good?
been, by all means, this should have been a hit. You know, given
Yeah,
the popularity. I want to say the popularity of the Mad Max franchise, the heat that was Fury Road, the expectation for the future of said franchise, and then they just kind of
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they had
dropped
their
the ball.
blueprint with Fury Road. Fury Road is like a balls to the wall. Like a lot of people say, there's no plot. There's a plot. There's character moments, and it's good writing. But it's like really, it's interwoven with the action. You get to see how these characters learn to trust each other, how they like interact with each other, and I feel like you didn't get a lot of that in this movie. In this movie, it's just Furiosa fucking moves here, time passes, moves here, time passes, and then gets a boyfriend, is immediately in sync with him. Awesome. There's a time jump, but we don't see it, and it's just I feel like we're trying to cover too much ground, and the characters suffer, the plot suffers, and the CGI sucks dick, and the stunts aren't as cool as the first one, which I mean that was always going to happen, but I feel like it could have been better.
Could have been way better, man. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch Fury Road here in a little bit, like probably tonight. Just rewatch some shit, see what's going on, because there's no way. Like it's what you know how people say Marvel fell off and everything and blah blah blah. George Miller fell off. This fell off hard.
George hit the wall, dude.
This fell off bad. Like even the soundtrack was not compelling at all. The score, and that's the one thing in any movie that I watch. Even if I hate the movie, I'm like the soundtrack is always pretty good. That's the one like positive. This one I was like, I'm not feeling it. Also, them damn war boys jumping off the freaking cliff, like suicide bomber style,
Kamikaze
shit.
You didn't fuck with that?
Crazy. They got a little bald monk jumping off a damn bridge. Little teenager.
I did like one specific war boy, the little guy.
Oh, the one who was in
in the tank.
What they call that shit too? What they call the tank? Some wild ass name. I was like,
the
what is that?
Bomber or some bullshit.
Bobby. Oh my god.
Bomberang. It was some goofy Mad Max shit, and I liked it, but I hated that they built it up and then they used it for like 3 seconds, and they killed my boy. Rest in peace.
In the back of the war, yeah, bro got domed.
He did get fucking domed.
Not the good kind, too.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
He went before his time. Rest in peace, little guy.
That whole scene, when I saw the parachutes come out, that's how I knew they meant business, because they were up in the air just dropping little bombs and shooting. I was like, all right, cool. We got a little action scene. Praetorian Jack was using his CDL experience driving that truck. Go Praetorian Jack, good shit. I did like the combat scenes too. The combat chemistry between Furiosa and Jack was cool. But again, we all knew he's a one-off character. Yeah. He's gonna be there, be her love interest for about 5 minutes and die. And further give her more character development, I guess. I don't know.
Did she really develop as a character? From Jack? She's like, oh no, damn, he dead. Now back to the same shit I was doing.
Anyways.
Yeah. All right. Well, we should touch on.
I did like that.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying. I did like Chris Hemsworth. I think he's the one thing that kept me in the movie because he's just so goofy. You know, he's so goofy. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. You know, this is Australian. This movie's filmed in Australia. We got hella Australians up in here. He's just being himself. He's just being his goofy self. He's being like Thor. He's being Thor if Thor got dropped on his head a couple more times, you know? Like Thor is just a jacked idiot, but this is like a jacked
Thor is a jacked idiot. This is
exactly
evil jacked idiot.
That's what I'm saying. This is a mentally unstable jacked idiot. He got his nipples ripped off. I was like, he's a real Australian. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth was not acting. He was not.
All of his lines were ad-libbed. They wrote the story around Chris Hemsworth.
Chris, you were supposed to say, I'm taking Furiosa and finding the green place. Ladies and gentlemen, we are today.
I don't know, man. I flip flop on it. So I like it a bit, and then sometimes I'm like, it's a bit too much. But then I think to myself, I'm like, that's what Mad Max is. It doesn't have to be serious.
Hmm.
But I do feel like
I think.
as the main villain, I would have liked a little more screen time with him, other
Hmm.
than just him, getting fucking a tree grown out of his dick. I don't know. I think we could have done better than that.
uh, Not yet. First of all, like the end scene, they kind of left it up to be like they wanted to leave it ambiguous. Like, oh, did she shoot him? Oh, did she drag him with the car? And then they're
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, he's growing a tree out of his balls. I'm like, oh,
I was like,
okay.
okay, cool, yeah. They're like, we're gonna leave it ambiguous, except we're not gonna do that. Here's what really
Hmm.
happened. I was like, okay, I would have been happy with any of these, but why did you show me all of them? Is that what they wanted? They just wanted to give Chris his flowers.
Hmm. Nah, man, it's just I don't know what I from what we saw the trailers leading up to this and the hype level we all had. We
Mhm.
were straight glazing this movie going up to it, and then just to watch it, I feel like we had our expectations set pretty high, which that could be our own
Too high,
fault.
maybe. I
But
think that was on us.
at the same time, though, can you blame us coming from Fury Road to this? Like Fury Road is so hard, bro. I still got that Junkie XL soundtrack on my phone. That shit hard. That whole movie hard. And then this was like soft, like baby shit, like not good. Like that was a terrible analogy, but you
No,
get the
yeah,
idea.
coughing baby versus
There's
hydrogen bomb
atomic bomb.
scenario. Yeah,
uh, oh god. At least Mel Gibson's not involved. Praise God. We
it's
love
like
that.
it's like making Rictus fight his little brother that's on the chair. It's not fair.
Scrotums.
I don't know. I don't think
Scrotus.
you remember. You remember the little guy from the first movie?
From the first Mad Max movie or from Fury
No,
Road?
from sorry, from Fury Road.
I was about to say there's a small one from the first Mad Max.
There's small
Why
people
not?
in all
Yeah,
these movies because they're very inclusive, and I love them. But
that's
that's
real.
besides the point.
That's real.
So yeah, so let's see. We liked Anya.
Hmm.
You liked Praetorian Jack. We like some of the stunts. We like some of the action. Some of the story
The set
beats.
piece. I mean, there's not really set pieces because it's just fucking Australian desert.
I mean, you
Um,
can say that for both. There's set pieces. There's set pieces. There's the war rig scenes,
that's true. Yeah.
and that's about it. I mean, from aside from that, it's what the fighting at the bullet farm and shit. Damn, not a
Uh,
lot happens in this movie. Not a lot of action compared to
the
Fury
last
Road.
one.
I
The
feel
last
like.
one was hard. The last one was crazy, but this one was kind of like we're here in this one place. Some shit goes down for like 10 minutes. All right, cool. Now we're doing something like
Now it's been
mundane.
5 years.
And then it's five years past. We watch this little tree grow. Oh shit, we're about to hijack Gastown. Oh shit, we're about to hijack Bullet Town. Oh shit, we're in a
Big
little battle
Joe's
now.
shit.
The action at the end felt kind of like okay, we've been missing something. Let's kind of ramp it up real
Hmm.
quick, just on the last minute. We need to do something flashy. Let's get it going.
Also, I don't know if this bothered you, but it bothered me, and my brother didn't have a problem with it, which was annoying.
Mm.
I think he fell asleep, but he won't admit it. We we go through all this stuff, and we go through all these story beats. We're trying to get basically Furiosa aged up to where she can like take on Dementus and that, and we get to a point where they're at something that they refer to as the 40-day wasteland war,
Mhm.
and we just don't fucking see it.
Yeah, they do like a little
Yeah, they do
like
like a
time
montage.
lapse
Yeah, they do a
montage.
montage and a time lapse, and they're like, "Oh man, that shit was crazy. You don't even
I
know."
know,
They're
but that
like,
shit would have been
"Wow,
hard to
now we're
see.
getting back to Anya Taylor Joy voguing behind explosions and shit." And I was like, "Why couldn't this story be about Anya Taylor Joy in that fucking war? Why are we focused on this story?" I don't know. I just maybe I'm too pea brained and small and like small thinking to be like, oh, I want more action in this Mad Max movie, but I feel like that's just me.
I mean, it's a Mad Max film. It should be the action level should be crazy. It should be, all types of chaotic stuff going on. Should
Mhm.
have a very engaged storyline too.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
should
that's just
be
my
in
biggest
shock
problem.
of how the fuck they did that. I just feel like we saw a bunch of stuff we saw on Fury Road, like the pole vaulters, the
Yeah,
fuckers throwing shit. I was like, oh, that's cool, but
we've already seen this. Give me something new.
and they're like, oh, but look, we have this bomb thingy spinner guy. I was like, oh, that's it.
The bomb.
Whatever that thing was called. It was called something goofy, and I liked it, but I can't remember what it was.
The Benny Bobber, some shit like that. What the fuck was it called? Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even
I
know how I
don't
would look that up. What's the spinny thing at the back of the bus called?
know.
You're like, it's a wheel.
Device
It's a wheel, dumbass.
of war rig. I'm gonna get some stupid answers.
Google AI is gonna be like something crazy.
Like, what is this?
Did you find it?
I'm getting all types of like breakdown videos and all this shit.
Yeah, we don't
Device in
know.
the back of the war rig is Furiosa.
But
Furious.
what was it?
If they said Furious 7, I'm like, that's
Oh.
that's not too far off.
But what would you say? Do you think you liked more about this movie than you disliked, or?
I think there's
Latter.
more dislikes than likes for this film, to be honest.
Mhm.
And like the dislikes heavily outweigh the likes. There's very, very few likes I have. I have for this film. We got to give ATJ her flowers for sure,
Mhm.
but like get her in some better projects, man. Get her in some better projects than this. She
More-
has the chops.
Yeah, I was gonna say more the menu,
The
less
Queen's Gambit.
this. More the Queen's Gambit. Yeah, so
Yeah, more the
along
menu.
that.
Less
I'm not saying another season, but like just like that level of storytelling is what I've come to expect from
Yeah.
her. And I think she brought her best to the best she could to this, and it kind of sucked
Like
through no fault of her own, But
she can only carry so much, She can only hold up so much of the film.
Mhm.
The Bobby Knocker, that's what that shit was called,
The Bobby Knocker, fuck yeah,
right?
it sounds right to me.
It was something diabolical,
And it's
bro.
making me laugh, so probably it was
The
the
Bobby
Bobby Knocker. Bobby Knocker or Bomby Knocker, either one. Australian accents are beautiful.
Something
and
along those lines. Some
we love hearing
Bomby
them here at the
Knocker.
Cinestro Core. Bomby Knocker. When I was
Definitely
British.
definitely
sorry.
beats the Canadian accent, bro. Good God. If you're from the hood, fam, you leave your
Stop.
mom in
No,
the
I don't want to
hood.
hear this. Stop.
Oh, you're sick to my stomach, fam.
No, God.
There were mud things there. Shout out Canada, maybe, but
I'm
no.
gonna get the organic mechanic to drain you for that shit, bro. That was
I'm
foul.
good. I'll drain myself. So, what is our? Let's go ahead and do a quick rating of this film. What's your metric? What's your stat?
I'll give it 5 Bomby Knockers out of 10 Bomby Knockers. It was fine. I was disappointed with it, but I don't hate it. I think they could have done better, and I hope that they will in the future if they can get a sequel, because it probably will flop.
I don't know if they're gonna. I think they might do another. They might try and lead between the end of Furiosa into the beginning of Fury Road. Get up to that.
Let's just do this
Where
one
does
right
where
again.
does
Let's
where
just
does
get it
Fury Road?
show.
Where does Furiosa fall in the timeline? That's the real question.
It's before Mad.
No, like there's also the other Mad Max films. Where does it fall
Oh,
in the entire timeline? Is it
I
pre?
don't know, man. You're gonna have to read some comic
Thunderdome?
from
Is it
2016 or some shit.
Oh man, well I don't have time for that.
But what's your rating for this?
Behind.
What's
I'll
your
give
rating
it
for this?
I'll give it five Dementises or five Immortan Joes. Also, it's not too good. It's not bad. Like it's not
Uh-huh.
dog shit. Like it's not Madam Web. It's not any of the more horrible films we've seen this year
Yeah, it
or
wasn't
last.
Tarot, which I watched last night. Whoever wrote that movie, fuck you.
Is that the one with the tarot cards and that hand
Yeah,
and the poster? I'm
yeah,
not
so
watching no
bad.
shit like that. I'm
Don't
not watching that.
don't do it.
I'd rather watch
You
If.
you should love yourself, which is something that I don't do enough. And I go watch movies like that just to be mad.
Like tarot. I'm not.
Yeah, like Tarot and
The
Thanksgiving.
Fall Guy. Let me put it this way: in terms of Furiosa, The Fall Guy was more fun to me than Furiosa,
I still haven't
and
seen it,
like
but I
that's
might.
it's not bad. It's also in Australia, mind you. There's a trend here.
Big Australia fans this
Uh
year.
huh. Shout out Australia. Hey, anyone
Shout
but
out
you
Perth.
also shot in Australia. Shout out
Oh,
Perth,
nice.
Sydney, Victoria,
No, just
Melbourne,
Perth.
all y'all. We don't fuck with the spiders y'all got there though. Get that shit out the way, and
Nah, bro,
I'll
we
be
love
in.
the spider. We love the biodiversity.
I
Bring
don't
the spiders to the United States.
don't do that.
Bring them.
I got Glock. I got
Tell them.
RPG. I
Tell them
got
to
every.
come to my house.
Nah, I might pick
Too
up a
many
little.
mosquitoes around
I
here.
might I might pick up a Komodo dragon or something, you know. But I'm not picking up a spider, bro.
Those are not from fucking Australia.
Oh, what's a Gila monster? Them little, you know what I'm saying?
You're thinking of
Big
the
ass
Philippines
lizard.
or something, man.
Big ass lizard. And the Komodo dragon in Australia, they got
I
all the
don't know.
demons out
Maybe
there.
they do. They got all the demons.
They got all the demons out there. It's gotta be in Australia. Australia is the land of if you know something that can kill you, it's out there. Australia is
Australia
got
is what the United States wishes it was.
it. Australia might be the hardest country out there. It's a
No,
continent and a country. Might be one of the hardest places out there for real.
that is kind of hard. Yeah.
That's top 10.
Goals. Top
Komodo
10.
dragon's not even like, bro. Maybe we'll just drop a Komodo dragon down there and see how it fucks up the ecosystem. I don't know.
It'll thrive.
He'll blend right in.
Just another, just another nightmare to add to the fucking
All the other lizards gonna be like,
pantheon.
brother, like, what's good, cousin? Welcome, cousin. Shit gonna sound like the bear.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but nah, I think overall our feeling of Mad Max, of Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga is that's not that great.
Mhm.
Maybe if they do go forward with a sequel, we'll see how much the final run at of the box office is and what they bring in. It wasn't looking good for Memorial Day weekend,
Yeah.
so if that says
Who, kno-
anything.
who knows how the word of mouth will do?
Mhm.
In retrospect, you know, watch the movie, see what you think. Have illicit or licit substances. Maybe it'll help. Um, have a good time. Find God, man. You know,
You know,
praise.
I tell people all the time, yes, we are the authority on most things, but form your own opinions. Watch the film yourself. Watch this episode. Go watch the movie. Form your opinion. Come back and watch it.
Mhm.
See how it lines up with what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
come watch it. Come watch this episode again,
Yeah, see if we're right.
and
Which we
tell us
probably
why
are.
we're right and
Yeah,
how much you want to be a guest on next episode.
exactly. Ah man. So real quick, shout out to the boys. You know what it is. Backstage OL, the homeboys getting us the info on all things Hollywood. Shout out to them. Check them out. Tap in with their page. Their at will be in the on the ticker, and it'll be in my fault, the ticker, and on the ticker and in the description below. Shout out to homeboy AZ. Couldn't make it today. Should follow him on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tari Singo. Also on YouTube at Tari Singo and Twitter Tari Singo. We will also have that on the ticker and the description below. And then last, that being said, guys, another thrilling episode of the Cinestro Core is in the books. Huge thanks to everyone who keeps tuning in. Keep the excitement going by following us at all platforms at Cinestro Corp. Also going to be on the ticker and in the description. We've got an epic lineup this year that you do not want to miss. Summertime is here, so we got a bunch of big time movies coming up next month and the month after and so on. Remember to smash that like and subscribe button so you can never miss a beat. Show us some love by leaving us a stellar 5-star review wherever you catch this podcast, and spread the word about our podcast and YouTube channel far and wide. Share it with your friends, your family, your entire network. Your support means the absolute world to us. Until next time, stay awesome, and we'll catch you on the next electrifying episode of the Cinestro Core. Peace.
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes, what we do. Cinestro Core, we're the